announcing that there is a slight southern tick to this, and now
Yeah.
Okeechobee and St. Lucie County join Indian River under a hurricane warning. Martin County and Palm Beach counties under a tropical storm warning.
And Martin County is also under a hurricane watch.
Is that inland for the inland portion or the entire?
It is for the entire county.
James and I were looking at that, and so they've now said
Yes.
they've got both.
Yes.
So that came out at 5 o'clock.
That came out at 5
So
o'clock.
that's also new.
So what does that mean? Because that's what people at home want to know. What does this mean? Now, it means hurricane conditions can be expected in Okeechobee, Indian River, St. Lucie County.
That there is a slight southern tick to this, and now
Yeah.
Okeechobee and St. Lucie County join Indian River under a hurricane warning. Martin County and Palm Beach counties under a tropical storm warning.
And Martin County is also under a hurricane watch.
Is that inland for the inland portion or the entire?
It is for the entire county.
James and I were looking at that, and so they've now said
Yes.
they've got both.
Yes.
So that came out at 5 o'clock.
That came out at 5
So
o'clock.
that's also new.
So what does that mean? Because that's what people at home want to know. What does this mean? Well, it means that hurricane conditions can be expected in Okeechobee, Indian River, St. Lucie counties, and perhaps even Martin County in the next 36 to 48 hours. And it looks like the strongest winds will develop on Thursday morning. We're going to get a nasty band of rain, though, that moves in tomorrow night. About this time it'll start. It'll be the outer feeder bands that start to work in, and that's going to be an issue for anyone who's doing last-minute preparations for this storm. If you live in a county that has a hurricane warning, you want to be either putting up your hurricane shutters, and hopefully you've already put them up. Luckily, earlier we were talking about Okeechobee County, which only had a tropical storm warning, and I told everyone in Okeechobee County, put up your hurricane shutters because you're more than likely going to get into a hurricane warning. And here we are at 5 o'clock, and we have that hurricane warning for Okeechobee, St. Lucie, and Indian River, and the hurricane watch now in place for Martin County, tropical storm warning in place and for Martin County and also for Palm Beach County. The storm now gaining strength again. 165 miles an hour. That makes it a Category 5 once again, moving toward the west coast of Florida, and the track has nudged just a little south, and it's been doing these little ticks south by just a few miles for about a day now, and it adds up after a while, 4 or 5 miles to the south with each track run. And here we are where it's now moving over Melbourne, down the Centerline track. And the other thing that I have to mention here is that there's a large error cone, so we could certainly see more adjustments to the south from this as it comes in across the west coast of Florida. So that error cone goes right across Lake Okeechobee and includes all of Martin County, includes all of the Treasure Coast. So we could certainly see a track on the southern side of this. And what we've also been talking about a lot during the day is historically, we've seen a lot of tracks for hurricanes that were headed toward Tampa that never ended up in Tampa. There's a long list: Charlie, Ian, Wilma, Irene. There's one after another. They just get pushed and nudged south far enough that they become a big player in our weather, and this is what's happening with this one too. I mean, almost all of the Treasure Coast now has a hurricane warning in place. Here's a look at the latest warnings all across central and into the Treasure Coast, and of course the tropical storm warning showing up in blue there just to the south. So it is last minute at this point, but if you live in a warned area, you want to get your hurricane shutters up. And honestly, if you're in Palm Beach and Martin counties and you still have time to put up those shutters, I would, because there is a chance that these hurricane warnings could get continued down to the south, down into Martin and into Palm Beach County.